Hey, what's up? So today I'll be doing a collection tour. I'll basically show you guys all the books that I've collected, either if it's physical, digital, and all that stuff. And yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Also, I know I can sell my identity, and I know I can sell, and I know I can sell my identity. Why? Because I don't want people to know my face. I'm fine with people knowing my voice, that's it, but my face, no. I don't want people to know that. So yeah, if you stick to the end of the video, I have something I want to talk about, mainly the content that I want to do on this channel. But yeah, but before then, enjoy the collection tour. I'll start off with the digital stuff that I've collected, and then I'll advance to the physical stuff that's legitimately right behind me. So yeah, enjoy the digital first. Before I begin with my physical stuff, I want to show off a lot of my digital stuff. So these are a lot of the books that I bought digitally, mainly from Bookwalker and stuff like that. And so yeah, I have the first volume of Blue Period. Yeah. So honestly, I haven't really read it that much. I've read it physically, but not really digitally. I only really got it because Bookwalker is doing a deal where they make some books free, and I saw volume 1 was free, so I was like, you know what, I might as well have it digitally as well. Next is Great Teacher Onizuka. I have yet to read it, but I own the entire series. So if you just scroll down, I own the entire series. I still need to read it. But honestly, I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I might check it out soon. Eventually, I'll see when I get it. Next is Attack on Titan. I own all books in the series. However, I've only read up to volume... I'm trying to look for the volume that I'm currently in the middle of reading. It's somewhere in season 3, but I think I made it up to volume 14. Yeah, 14. So I'm currently at volume 14. I haven't read in a couple of weeks. So yeah. But honestly, Attack on Titan, it's classic. The anime is good. I already know the events up until now due to the anime, but I'm just reading the manga to see if there's any stuff that I'm missing from the anime. From only watching the anime, yeah. Anyways, next in my digital is Inuyashiki. Honestly, this is a good series. I've already read it. It's such a lovable series. The main character, Inuyashiki, that's his name. He's such a lovable guy. And I think he's among my top 10 favorite characters of all time. And like the story's so good. It delves into like what it really means to be a hero and what it really means to be a villain. Like the motivations behind it and all that. And basically shows like what if you give these superpowers to like an old guy who's been suffering a lot, who becomes this good guy, and then this young teen who basically just want to cause chaos for some reason. Next is Mysterious Girlfriend X. I still haven't read it, but I watched the anime. Yeah, it's pretty raunchy and fun, I guess. Next is Tokyo Revengers. I don't own all of the chapters, but I own up until 23. But honestly, Tokyo Revengers is an enjoyable series. The latest two arcs have been questionable at most. I think it should have ended a while ago. Like the final arc part 1 and final arc part 2 is kind of bad, in my opinion. Everything up until that was kind of perfect. But yeah, I would recommend reading it up until volume 22. That's where I would say to kind of stop. Like, right as the final arc is beginning, just stop. I know it's setting up for something, but it's just bad. It's just generally bad. Anyways, next is Parasite. I own all volumes of Parasite. It's a good series. It's back in the 80s, But it's a good series, for being from the time it's been up until now. It's a really good series. It's has a lot of like body horror from what I'll say. Not Junji Ito body horror, but still kind of like a body horror aspect. Because a lot of since a lot of the parasites are kind of like mutants in a way, even though they can disguise as humans. Anyways, next is Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga is a really good series. I've read all chapters. I'm caught up now. It's a good series. I can't wait for the next chapter to drop. I'm still waiting. Still waiting. Hopefully, it'll end good. I've heard a lot of people say that the third arc is bad. I don't think it is. And also the anime second season is coming up, which will cover, I think, up until I think it's volume 5 to 7 or 8. Up until one of those points. There I got Beck. I haven't read Beck yet, but I own the 3 volumes here. And I own volume 1 of Quintessential Quintuplet and Rent a Girlfriend. Haven't read them. I've heard the anime for this is kind of garbage, and yeah, I mean, it's a lovable trash, but yeah. Quintessential Quintuplets, I still haven't read it, but I want to. Blue Lock, I own 6 volumes, I think. Yeah. It's a good series, but it does fall off a bit, and I would say the recent arc, it kind of falls off a bit when it gets way too serious, like becomes a bit too serious. I'm not a big fan of it now, but I would say, like, the early stuff is really good. That's my opinion on it. Then we got Dragon Maid. I have like 10 of the volumes, not all of them. It used to be all of them up to that point, but now I think 11 and 12 have released. I haven't read it, but it's a good series. I watched the first 2 seasons of the anime, so yeah. Then there's Devil Line, volume 1 to 3. I don't know much about it. I can't really say. I tried to get into it, but it's hard to say, honestly. Then we got Chiaru, which I think is gonna end soon. With like the Japanese version of it, it's gonna end soon. So yeah, the English version is still releasing, like 10 volumes behind. I haven't read it, but I've heard a lot about it. I would say a lot of these series that I only have 3 volumes of, I got from a deal where basically volume 1 was free, volume 2 was like $1 and no, volume 2 was $1 and volume 3 was $2. Now we got Sweet and Soap, volume 1 to 3. I haven't read it yet. Seems kind of weird, but yeah. Then I got volume 1 of Initial D. I couldn't really get into it. I feel the manga's art style is kind of weird. I tried to get into it, but I couldn't. I also got this from the same deal as like the stuff that I mentioned earlier. Then we got Days. It's a football, soccer manga, whatever. I still haven't read it. Space Brothers, I've read a bit about it. I read a little bit about it, and it seems interesting. I haven't finished volume 1. Then there is those Snow White Notes. I think it had a season of it had an anime adaptation from like a year ago or something. And I think the manga's ending soon. Yeah. I got Fairy Tail Volume 1. I haven't read it, but yeah, it's Fairy Tail, of course. Then we got To Your Eternity Volume 1, 2, and 3. I haven't read the manga. I've only watched the first season of the anime. The anime was good, not gonna lie. They got Horimiya, whatever. I'm considering watching the anime soon, but I might actually read the manga as well, because I know like the anime kind of like skips a lot of material. They got Nagatoro Volume 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm caught up on all of it. It's a good series. I would recommend reading it if you can. And yeah, got nothing more to say than that. Then the last digital book that I own is Young Saint Men. This is a odd series, from what I would say. Basically, imagine if Jesus and Buddha basically lived together with each other. That's basically how I would describe the series. And yeah, that's all for the digital stuff that I own. Now I'll cut to me showing off my physical collection, because I think that's what a lot of you guys are here for. So enjoy my physical collection. Now on to my digital stuff. So as you can see, here's a bit of a quick skim through. Now onto the individual books themselves. So I own volume 1 all the way up until 29 of the original Pokemon Adventures series. Pokemon Adventures is probably one of my favorite Pokemon series. I've watched the anime, it's not that great. The modern anime kinda sucks, but the manga is always good, you know. And then we got volume 1 all the way to 11 of the Diamond and Pearl of Platinum Saga, volume 1 and 2 of the Heart Gold Soul Silver Saga. These are differently classified from up until this point, as you can see. Then we got volume 1 to 20 of the Black and White series. I want to get the Black and White series in kind of this kind of style, because these are kind of annoying to read. I'll show you. So here's the Black and White. They just feel kind of... Hold on. They just feel kind of wonky to read. They just also is really flimsy. So I wanted to get... Fuck. So I want to get the more bigger versions. I think there's like 9 of them. Sorry about that. My dog had to interrupt me because she thought someone was at the door when I was trying to put this back. But yeah, I have the Black and White series. I want to get them in these kind of books. That's what my point was. And then we got Black and White 2, volume 1 to 4. Then I also want to get the same for the X and Y series, which I have all 12 of as of now. Then I also have all 6 of the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Then I have all 12 of the Sun and Moon series. Yeah, as you can tell, I might have my entire first row as Pokemon Adventures. That's kind of it. And also, if you look at it this way, it's kind of the channel's banner. And then down here, we have volume 1 all the way to volume 40 of Berserk. I got interrupted again. But yeah, I got volume 1 to 40 of Berserk. Berserk is probably my favorite manga series of all time. Instead of collecting like the big things, you know, the hardcovers, I'm collecting the original ones. And I'm excited for 41. 41 is going to come out very soon, and it's going to be so much fun. I just enjoy them. I'm not a big fan of hardcovers. That's kind of the reason why I'm collecting them this way. Honestly, Berserk is so good. I also have the Flame Dragon Knight novel. I still want to read it. I showed it off in my manga haul video, but yeah, I own it. And I'll eventually read it. Then we got volume 1 to 21 of Dr. Stone. I almost said Berserk again. But yeah, Dr. Stone is also one of my favorite series of all time. It's such an enjoyable, like, lovely series to talk. Like, compared to Berserk's, it's a lot more darker themes. Dr. Stone is just lighthearted and it's just stupid a lot of the time. So yeah, I really enjoy it. Then I also got volume 1 to 6 of Blue Period. It's apparently a really good series. I still have to read it. I also have volume 1 in digitally. But yeah, I still want to read this and just get on with it. I also have a little Chrome here. Chrome is from Dr. Stone, if you didn't know. You know, yeah. I bought him just recently during a trip that I went to that I said I was going to do in my manga haul video. I finally did the trip and I bought this guy along with a lot of different books that you'll see later. But yeah, now he's just going to chill here next to the collection of the manga. Okay, on to down here is volume 1 to 11 of Chainsaw Man. Also a lot of Puccia plush. I just reread it. As I said in my manga video, I'm gonna reread it. And I actually, as of this recording, I have literally just finished recording it. I think as soon as I finished recording it, I just started preparing for this video. It's such a good series rereading it. And oh my god, I forgot how freaking messed up that series is. And part 2 is gonna start out later today. As of this recording, it's gonna start later today, and I'm excited to read it. Because now that I've reread it, I know all the stuff that's happened, and I know if there's any references to past events. I know everything, basically. Then I also have volume 1 to 19 of Komi Can Communicate. This is also another series that I really love. It's a really easy read for dyslexic people like me. And also, it's just so wholesome. It's about a girl with communication issues. And yeah, I'd honestly recommend it for anybody who's dyslexic as me. If they want to get into manga, I recommend starting here. If you're dyslexic like me. I also just got volume 1 to 6 of Black Clover. I want to read it eventually. But yeah, I just own volume 1 to 6 because this one website I buy from just have a lot of the volumes available. So I just bought some of them. And I also got one of these from basically Norwegian Craigslist. I'll mention this Norwegian Craigslist soon because there's something else in my collection that I bought from there. Now on to a little bit over here. I have Junji Ito's Dissolving Classroom just chilling here. Basically, a lot of these manga are just like stuff that I have either 1 or 2 volumes of. So Junji Ito's Dissolving Classroom. It's a really weird read, but I enjoyed it. Then we got Slam Dunk Volume 1. It's such a good series. I have a life goal that I want to meet Takahiko Inoue, and I want him to sign this copy of Slam Dunk. Hopefully I can. That's kind of like a life goal of mine. And I also got the Pokemon Journeys manga. Still haven't read it. I want to wait for volume 3 and 4. Pokemon Horizon Sun and Moon. It's a pretty decent read. I wouldn't really recommend it, but it's decent. Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible volume 1. Still haven't read it. But what I have read is volume 1 of Sakamoto Days. This manga is so intense, but yet so funny. From what I've heard of from a lot of other people, the series gets a lot more serious as it goes on. I've only read volume 1. I just bought volume 2 on the trip that I just talked about when I showed off the Crump plush. Then I also have volume 1 of Galaxy Next Door, volume 1 and 2 of Hell's Paradise. I've heard a lot of people talk about it in a positive way. I've heard a lot of people say this is basically the new big 3 along with Chainsaw Man, and I don't even know what other series people say is the next big 3. But no, the only big 3 that ever existed is One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. Then I also have volume 1 of Golden Kamuy. Then I have this box set of a manga called Pokemon Adventure Diamond and Pearl with a little exclamation mark right here. I still haven't read it, but it seems kind of fun. Then I also have volume 1 to 12 of Death Note. This is the other manga that I got from Norwegian Craigslist. Norwegian's Craigslist, also known as Finn. Yeah, that's literally the name of our Norwegian Craigslist. I just saw somebody was selling this entire series, and I was like, "Hey, is this still available?" And they were like, "Yeah." So I bought it off them. I want to start reading it soon. I think this along with other manga are what I'm gonna be reading next. So yeah, I might make a video on the Death Note manga. I've watched the anime, wasn't a big fan of it. I mean, the early stuff was pretty good, but as it goes on, it just got bad. That's my opinion. Anyways, down here, I'll just sit down for the rest of the video. We have the Omnibus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. The Omnibus of Shaman King. These 3 volumes are brand new. I bought them on the trip that I just mentioned. And yeah, I still want to start reading it. I was planning on reading volume 1, 2, 3, like the omnibus there, while on break on work. But I'm just like, bro, I don't want to get mocked for reading manga at work. Even though I do it digitally sometimes, I don't want to bring like a physical manga just to read at work. I'm not that brave. And then we got a small little corner of Junji Ito books. Tomoe, Gyo, and Uzumaki. I've only read Tomoe. I want to read Gyo and Uzumaki eventually. They seem like fun, but Tomoe, I wasn't a big fan of it. That's something I gotta be honest. And then we get to the last portion of my physical collection. They got Volume 1, which I got 2 days after my Manga video. Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 of Pluto. I originally only had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 when I showed off my Manga video. When I did my Manga video, I mean. And 2 days after I uploaded it, I actually got Volume 1, and I just started binge reading it. Oh my god, this is a good series. It's based on Astro Boy, and I gotta say, you can really tell this series is so good. It's become one of my personal favorites, and I want to start reading or watching more of Urasawa's work, such as Monster and 20th Century Boy. I want to start reading more of those as soon as I can. Then I also have Volume 1 and 2 of Alice in Borderland. I've heard a lot of people say good things about it. It's still ongoing as of like the English release. These are basically like 2 in 1. So basically this is like Volume 1 here is like 2 volumes of the Japanese version. And then this is like, I think in total this is like 4 volumes in total. And yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I mean, one of the Hololive members, Callie, has basically been saying a lot of good things about it when she read it. And yeah, I will start reading it soon. And then I got Volume 3, 4, 5, and 6 of Mashal. I still want to get Volume 1 and 2 before I start reading. I've heard a lot of good things about Mashal. I got this along with Alice in Borderland at the trip that I talked about. And one of my goals when I was going to the trip was to get some Mashal books. I was hoping Volume 1 and 2 was there, but they were all sold out. Sad. But yeah, I want to start Mashal as soon as I get Volume 1 and 2. And then, as for last, I also bought this along with the trip, which I also bought these books in. I mean, these. The last bunch of books that I bought on that trip was One Punch Man, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I was gonna buy as many as they had in order, but they didn't have 4, so that probably saved my wallet in a way. So I'll start reading it soon. I've only watched Season 1 of the anime, and honestly, Season 1 was so good. When I get into the manga, I'll probably start it soon as well. I say this a lot, but there's a lot of stuff that I have to do in life. And yeah, that's basically my collection that I've gotten so far. I may probably make one in like a couple of months or so. I'm still gonna keep sitting. Also, I have a Luffy and Jotaro plush up there. And yeah. So yeah, back to the message I was gonna give you guys. So yeah, if you made it here to the end of the video, I want to thank you. And I want to talk a little bit about what I want to do for this channel. Of course, I'll continue doing manga haul and manga collection videos whenever I can or feel like it. But I also want to do more. I might do some additional like reviews once in a while for series that I've read and I just want to talk about. I think I want to do a review for Chainsaw Man and Pluto in the future. But other series might also come. I mean, I have a bunch of Berserk, as you probably saw in the video. And I hopefully mentioned I'm recording this before I'm recording the physical editions. I'm recording this before I'm showing off the physical stuff and the digital. So yeah. But also another thing I wanted to make on this channel is anime martial art videos, where I basically try to take a character's fighting style and I want to try to mimic it myself. I'm kind of a martial artist myself, mainly in boxing, but still, I want to learn more, even though I'm mainly just a boxer. So yeah, hopefully I'll be doing that soon. I want to get some ideas of what series I want to do. So if you have a suggestion, then just tell me, and I'll see if I can do it. But yeah, that's about it for what I wanted to talk about. Hopefully I'll get more videos out eventually. I'll still keep my identity a secret for a while until I feel like it, or maybe there's a reason to show off my face. I don't know. I just don't feel like doing it. It kind of makes it, interesting to have anonymity. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.